Good morning, friends. We are almost 2 weeks out from Hurricane Helene hitting our area. We do have power back at this time. I have been working on making little snippets of what our experience has been like during this time. This is part 2 of that experience. If you want to go back and see part 1 when Hurricane Helene first hit our area, that is the video right before this one. So here is today's video with all of our little snippets from Hurricane Helene. So we are on day 6 of no power. I just filled up the generator. This morning we are making scrambled eggs with tomatoes and peppers from the garden. And I threw in a couple sweet potatoes wrapped up in aluminum foil to cook because this grill stays hot for a pretty long time. So might as well get the most out of it while we have it on. We are working on getting some butter made by getting our food processor plugged into the generator. We have to unplug the fridge to use it. And then we're going to try to make some yogurt, and hopefully the generator can handle the fridge and the yogurt being plugged in at the same time. Good morning. We are starting day 7 of no power. We went to the feed store yesterday. They were running on generator, so we were able to get just what we needed right now for the animals. I didn't want to get too much and then them run out for people that need it too. And driving through Lawrence, there is still a bunch of power lines down, still tangled in trees. On our road, there are still power lines down. There's a couple poles that are leaned way out over the road that hopefully won't fall. So I would be really surprised if we get power back by Friday at midnight like they're saying we will. It's not looking like that's going to happen. They are housing a bunch of workers at the mall, and they have like food and a place to sleep and stuff set up for them, which is awesome. I'm glad that they're doing that because we have a lot of people coming from out of state working non-stop trying to get the power back on for us. But there is still a lot of damage left to be dealt with. And yeah, but we still have the generator going. People are still getting power back, which is good. We have a couple of friends that have power back. Actually, like 5 minutes down the road, one of our friends got power back and said we could come over there and get some work done or take showers or maybe can all of the tomatoes that I have taking up space in my freezer right now. So we may do that. It's just we've got so much going on right now, and I definitely thought therapies would be canceled this week, but we still have therapies. I don't know about tomorrow's. I haven't heard about tomorrow's therapy, but for today we have occupational therapy, so we are still going to go do that, and we have a doctor appointment today, so we're going to go do those today and then see what else we can get done. I'm just picking some peppers here, seeing that they need to get picked and getting those out. I wanted to get some pictures and videos of what our drive was looking like yesterday with all the trees and power lines. Like there's a tree down in front of the school. I don't think it damaged the school, but it definitely damaged like the parking lot and is like across the front of the school and will need to get removed. Our schools here are closed until October 14th now. So we honestly aren't pushing too much school right now at home. We just have a lot going on, and that's fine. My phone camera memory was full, so I wasn't able to take any photos or pictures yesterday until I could get that other video off of my phone because we don't have internet. So normally my phone would sync at night and it would kind of clean up everything and put it into the cloud and all of that. But since we don't have internet, it's not doing that. So it's all just sitting on my phone right now. So I will try to get, the next time we drive out there, I will try to get some photos and videos so you guys can see kind of what it is that we're dealing with. You know you have clean water in your dish. Does that water taste better? So we are heading out. Today is day 7 and we still have therapy today. So I was really surprised. I didn't think we would still have therapies today. I figured it would all be canceled, but we are heading out for my son's occupational therapy, and then the kids have a doctor appointment, so we're gonna go do that. But we saw this, and that is a very good sign. There is still so much that needs to be taken care of at home that I hate having to go out so much, because one excursion takes us an hour and a half just like to go get gas. So I hate having to go out so much, but it is nice to get away at the same time. So it's a conundrum. This little water pot has been super helpful. Can't have it plugged in at the same time as the fridge, so I have to unplug the fridge to use this to get hot water. But last night, to get a shower, I just heated up a pot of water and then mixed it with cold water until it was a good temperature, and then used that to like wash, and that was really nice rather than having to take a cold shower. So I've used that even for washing dishes or putting it in the bath water for the kids so that they don't have a cold bath. It's like a warm bath. Just add some cold water to it and it works out really well. Look at all of that compost goodness. It's so nice and dark and rich. We're going to use this to refresh some of our garden beds that we're planting into. I'm going to pull out the green beans from my son's summer garden and put this in there. Oh, I'm out of breath. And put some spinach in there. Instead started spinach seedlings. And I still haven't got the garlic in the ground. No surprise there. Put some of this where the garlic is going and hopefully get some of that in the ground while we still have light tonight. The spiders are everywhere right now, and I am really thankful for them because the mosquitoes are also everywhere right now, and we have been getting bit to pieces by mosquitoes lately. So the spiders are a friendly person to have around. I don't know. That garlic did not go as far as I thought it would. I'm gonna peel up some more garlic and work on getting that ready to go in the ground tomorrow because we're gonna run out of light tonight. We did, I think I said that we went to my son's therapy today and their doctor appointment. And we went to a part of Greenville where the power came back Monday, so it wasn't out for too long, and everything was pretty much life as normal there. We did stop at a grocery store and it was bare in places. There was very few selections of cold products, fruit, vegetables, dairy. All of that stuff was on low supply, but there was people sitting out at restaurants, and I thought, isn't it so weird how life just goes like nothing ever happened? It's just so strange to me, like 45 minutes away, how different the world can be. But it's very interesting. So now that the light is going down, I'm gonna head inside. I'm going to wash dishes with my one little lamp kids will listen to some music, and we'll wind down and try to get some sleep tonight. Tomorrow, we've got therapy again, and we are going to go over to a friend's house and wash some laundry and maybe do some canning, because my chest freezer is stuffed full of frozen tomatoes that we're waiting for the season to be done and for a cooler temperature to be canning. But I think maybe it might be safer to just go ahead and get them canned and put on the shelf instead of them being in the freezer where they could potentially thaw and get ruined. I'm gonna fill up the gasoline before the light is gone too, and it will last through the night, so I don't have to get out here in the dark and try to fill it up. The safety nozzle on this can does not work, so it does spill a little bit, but I try my hardest not to spill it. Tonight I made tacos on the grill. I pulled out the last 2 pounds of ground beef that I had in our chest freezer. I had gone and gotten like 3 family size packs because they had ground beef on sale for a really good price, like right before all of this stuff happened. So I pulled out the last 2 pounds of ground beef this morning before we left, and then just cooked the meat on the grill. And I made chicken salad also, not like chicken salad cold, but like cooked a chicken, like a piece of chicken to cut up and put on a green salad, and had that too. So this morning I made sweet potatoes and eggs, baked them in the grill, and that was what we took for lunch. I had to work today too, so I might need to go get charcoal and lighter fluid soon. Tell you what, though, holding the gas can steady makes my back hurt so bad because you cannot jiggle it or else it spills, so you have to be really, really steady, but you have to kind of go slow too. I'm gonna check the oil really quick here too. We're losing light fast, but I want to make sure we keep up with the oil, because if it gets too low, then we will be out of luck. Just don't pour water on the generator, okay, baby? Now the oil looks fine. Yeah, it's good. Just gotta be safe. And then I was told we're supposed to check the air filter too, but I don't know where the air filter is. And we'll figure that out. Okay. I will see you in the morning. Today is day 8 of no power in Lawrence, South Carolina. And my son has therapy today at the pool downtown Greenville. A lot of places down there are kind of back to normal, so that'll be really good for him to be able to get in the water. For him, it's very calming, and he really needs the water. After that, we are going to go head over to a friend's house. I have our laundry packed up. We're going to wash laundry, and we're going to get all of our frozen tomatoes out of the freezer and get them turned into sauce and canned, so that hopefully we can condense down to 1 fridge and 1 freezer on the generator. We just drove through our little town of Greycourt, and they have power back. The lights are blinking yellow, and the gas station has power, and the Dollar General has power, and the elementary school in Greycourt has power. So that is great. That means it's coming towards us. And the guys are out on the road this morning again. I hear the chainsaws going, so that's good news. So this is in downtown Greenville where my son has therapy. You can see the mud line in the trees where the water was. Do you see the mud line there? So the water was that high when it flooded down here, but thankfully most everything seems like it's functioning okay down here. We are getting our daily fill up of gas with the generator on our way home. There were still a lot of poles down, even in Greenville while we were driving around. Still a lot of poles on the road, wires on the road, people's driveways. We did see a lot of military vehicles on the highway as we were driving home. They were going in towards Greenville, and a bunch of tree trucks too. All right, so we were getting really close to home and the street light on our corner had power and the gas station on our corner had power, so I got super excited, but we don't have power yet. As we were pulling into our driveway, my daughter threw up all over the car. So I'm really hoping we aren't all getting the stomach bug. I'm hoping maybe she just played really hard with a friend today and that we aren't all getting sick, because I don't want the stomach bug with no power and no washer and 2 little kids that have no idea where to throw up at. So, and I just washed all our laundry, so now I need to go hose out the car seat and do nighttime chores. Please do not let us be getting sick. I don't think I can handle that right now. But the good news is that instead of having to drive 25 minutes to get gas every day each way, now I can just go a mile up the road and get gas, which is a huge help and so much less strain on me to keep the generator going. Look how pretty that sky is though. That's a beautiful sunset. There's one more thing. I hope this makes you laugh. But we haven't gotten mail since the storm. Today is the first day that I have gotten mail since the storm. And look what came. It's my electric bill. The irony. I can't even. We are on day 9 of no power, and my babysitter is here today. It is Saturday, so I am going to work on getting this mess cleaned up. This is next year's compost pile. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if you zoom in up there, they are working on the power lines. So our power lines go from that pole across the road and through that field over there, that 40-acre parcel of property. So the power guys are up there working on that power pole right now in the field across the road. our tea plants are starting to flower. They're really pretty. Some of the seeds are ready to come off of there. So these seeds are from a year ago's flowers. I tried to germinate these in the spring. I was not successful. I've heard they're pretty finicky to get them to grow from seed, but I'd love to try again. So there's like a bunch on here, look. When these pods dry, there's usually like 3 seeds in here, and they'll pop open when they're ready and fall to the ground. Like there's actually a bunch down here on the ground. And you can collect them. And I've been told to try to use a double greenhouse method because they need to stay really warm too, because they're a tropical plant, if I remember correctly. But there's tons of buds coming on here, and they're gonna be all beautiful flowers pretty soon. All right, so the elderberry bush is hacked. It is upright-ish. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some T-posts and kind of hold it up, and then I guess get those roots back into the ground, because if those roots stay exposed, they're gonna send up a bunch of shoots, and I don't really want it sending up more shoots. Like this stuff in there, this is all shoots coming out of the ground that need to get dug up and relocated. Our little Japanese maple took a bit of a beating, but I think it'll be okay. This little maple was a memory from someone that we lost, so I really want to keep it safe and protected. It is going to need to get pruned this fall though too, but it looks like it will be okay. I was thinking actually maybe what I could do is put hooks in the wall and kind of use that to anchor the elderberry, like because we do get thunderstorms and wind, not this bad, nothing near this bad, but it has fallen over before a little bit, not completely fallen over. But maybe if I could anchor it to something, but then I'm like, I don't know if it'd be too heavy and it would like pull the wall down with it. So I don't know. I let the chicks come out to free range for a little while. There's 9 chicks total right now. Some of them may end up going to my parents. They're gonna get chickens soon, but they're getting some free range time before the sun goes down. We just got our power back, and I shouted out the door thank you and waved. I have never been so excited to see a light come on in my entire life. 9 days with no power, and we have our power back. And I just took a cold shower too, of all things. But I'm so excited to have power back. Thank you guys so much for working so hard to get all of us power back. I know there's still a lot of people that don't have power, and there's still a lot of poles that are down, so please be safe. But thank you so much for all of the hard work that you are doing to help us get back to having electricity. Thank you. The kids were so ecstatic to have electricity back last night. My son got to do his absolute favorite thing, which is take a warm bath and listen to his music, and he was happy for hours just from that. And this morning I didn't jump out of bed at the very first light because I didn't have to get up and refill the generator, and it was really nice. So now I am getting our extension cord set back up for our coop door because I have to work tonight and I'm not going to get back until after dark. And so I am going to get our automatic door back hooked up to power so that it will close while I'm at work and nobody will get eaten. Oh man. It's so quiet out here this morning without the hum of all of the generators going. Once you're done using your generator, you want to make sure you take care of it. Make sure all of the fuel is out of the line by turning off the fuel gauge and then running it until it stops, because there's no fuel in the line corroding it. It is a little bit chillier here this morning. Today is Thursday. It's been almost 2 weeks since Hurricane Helene came through our area. There are still people without power, but I'm back to work. Things are back to pretty much normal. We still have a lot of cleanup that needs to happen around here. Our schools are still closed, but most of us have power around this area, so we are able to better concentrate efforts to helping other areas. I was watching the storm coverage come in last night for Milton in Florida, and so we're gonna see what we can do to help that area out next. The chill has really come into the air the last couple nights, and kind of shifted because it was still feeling very summery last week. So we are kind of shifting into our fall, winter preparation and getting the garden ready for all of that. I might just go to the store and get some starts, maybe. I've never really done that, but since some of my cabbages got destroyed from the storm and my cauliflowers and stuff, I may go get some starts and put them in the garden. We'll see. But this week we are going to be getting the sweet potatoes out of the ground and working on getting everything wrapped up that is not frost tolerant. So I hope you'll join us for that. Thanks for being here, and I'm glad that you all are safe that I've talked to, and thank you for encouraging us to keep going, and I will see you next time.